Hello, everybody. Just waiting to make sure I was on. Hey, U-Haul. Hope you're still here. See if I get any sound from. Not getting any sound from my phone. There you are. How's it going? Can you hear me? I can't hear myself. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Okay. Okay. Because I can't hear it here. I don't know why my phone's not. Should be echoing. Okay. I don't usually come on this time, and if I run into any others, I will stop during the. If I run long, I'll stop short or go on with the J6ers for the roll call and the anthem. Hi Jerry. Hi Wyoming. Good to have you. I'm still waiting on Ricky. He was supposed to be up here already, but I don't know where he is. Kind of an important issue, that I wanted to talk to everybody about. Let me put a link on here in case somebody wants to come up and put the StreamYard link on here. Oop. Keep talking so I can pin it. You're driving? Well, you take it easy, you all. A lot of stuff been going on since I was on last in January. When I come down with the big C, and I've been on other channels. Thank you, Jerry. Mainly Jerry's. Trying to get back in shape. Trying to see what's going on. Upsize this here. Wait just a few more minutes and I'll get into it. A lot of happening's been going on. My goodness, a lot of stuff. But these recent attempts on Trump's life is something else. And I've watched a lot of streamers. I've watched a lot of news. I've watched a lot of ambulance chasers. Everybody's got an opinion on it. But I don't think everybody's got the right opinion. Hi, Microchip. If everybody would, type in caps so Microchip can see it, please. Good to have you with us. But I'm a little bit upset. Everybody was with me on the chat yesterday know how I feel about it. I said inside job. I went to school down there. I went to college down there, and I was in Hope Sound, which is 10 minutes away from that golf course. 10 minutes away. Martin County, Gifford County. And a lot of things happened there. Yesterday just hit me as what's going on here? What is going on? First, we have Butler, and it's, questionable all the way around. You look at the Secret Service that was there, ragtag troop of people, out there walking around. One lady couldn't even get her pistol in her holder. What kind of Secret Service do we have? She couldn't even holster her weapon. And if I say gun, I'm talking about weapon. If I say weapon, I'm talking about guns. This issue is not about guns or weapons. Not at all. We watch the news media. We watch people. We we can't even trust news media. We have to go out. We have to form our own opinion. We can't take information from the news anymore. We can see what's happening and form our own opinions. And right now, our opinions are probably right, and their news forecasting is wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll start with one. Like I said, it's 10 minutes from the Martin County line where they said they caught him. 10 minutes. Used to go there back and forth to the mall that's close by. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it was, we used to work at that golf course. As some of the guys in school would caddy in that golf course, along with the one that was across the canal in the island, Millionaire's Island in Hope Sound. I know the area quite well. How would anybody know that Trump would be on his golf course at that time to be able to pull off a road and take pot shots at him? It's impossible. I mean, winning the lottery, getting struck by lightning. You get done first before you can be able to do something like that. And we all know that it's a secure area. Excuse me, just one second. Former President of the United States, home down there. It would be heavily protected, secure. If anybody pull off on a road on there, hey, Dobby, they'd be on them like stink on you know what. That's number one. Number two, they say somebody must have been like me, not, took a photo of him getting in his vehicle and his tag number. Would y'all do that? Anybody here? Would anybody take a tag number and, of a car sitting on the side of the road on the interstate? I doubt it. Nobody's like me. Nobody's like that guy. Nobody. I say, nah. This guy leaves his weapon, his shields, a GoPro, didn't fire a shot according to what I've heard. I haven't heard that he has fired shot one, and scrambles out of there. Okay, that's this was at the beginning. They're showing all this stuff. I'm going, something wrong with this picture. Something wrong with this picture. It just don't cut it. Okay, let's go farther. Secret Service takes shots at him. They missed. They missed. Do they miss? I don't think so. If they wanted him, he would have been a gone number. And what do we see all day? What do we see all day on all these newscasts and everything? Talking about the caliber of the weapon. Talking about how he got pulled off on the side of the road, just got lucky that Trump was out there. Boy, howdy. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And then what else do we see? We see a picture of him in full armor with flags around his neck and his shoulders and arms. And he's with the Ukrainians. He's been arrested in North Carolina as one of the newscasts said weapons of mass mass destruction charges. Why is he out? Why is he out? Y'all can type up there what you think too and let me know, because I'm trying to, fathom this along with everybody else. This is my opinion alone. I'm not getting it from any news sources or, I'm just getting what I see just like you and conveying how I feel and what I see and how I see it. At first we have Butler, they run us around in circles, so we don't have any more facts on it than we have on this already. Probably less. Here he is, had an interview with Newsweek. I say, hey, Party Bonza, how you doing? Had an interview with Newsweek. He'd been in prison in North Carolina for weapons charges. How'd he get this weapon? And we haven't heard that, have we? Nope. Nada. Nothing. They calling in favors. Was this a warning? Was this a warning to Trump? Was this the warning to us, the people? I say yes. This wasn't meant to be a shot. They didn't shoot to kill him. They were on him too quick, even if somebody took a photograph. They got him too quick, because there's no way that you can call any law enforcement agency, about a vehicle on the side of the road and they'll get there that quick. Unless they're lucky. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Hey, Mini Cactus, good to have you. There is no way that they got him that quick. It's a very short distance. They had to be sitting there waiting. Or just luckily have somebody in the area. He gave up peacefully. He didn't want to get shot. What kind of deal did they have worked out with him? We'll let you off this if you do this. Do a favor for us later on. That's what it's looking like to me. Hey, silly for him, I almost missed you there. Am I right? Am I wrong? Y'all let me know here. And here's another thing that's burning me up. At the same time, what's been going on all week? Well, Kamala's been out there talking about weapons buyback. Oh, by the way, it's mandatory. Weapons buyback. We don't want to take your guns. We want to buy them. Mandatory. That sounds like taking our weapons. Am I right or am I wrong? Well, this is helping the cause. No, here's a guy. He's not even supposed to have a weapon. He's in the Ukraine trying to recruit people for Ukraine. Well, at least they didn't use Iran this time. How stupid do they think we are? I am really upset about this. They think we, the people, are stupid. That we can't see this going on. Exactly right, Nobby. Exactly right. I mean, my goodness, they might as well just, write it down and tell us. Quit hiding behind everything and telling us lies and this, that, and the other. It's pretty bad when you get the best news out of another country. I don't have it set up, or I would show the videos, but this is what they're talking about. They know. They know. When are we going to stand up and say, hey, enough's enough? You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to instill fear And they're doing a good job of it. Because all you hear is people talking about guns and what guns will do. Well, let me tell you, these people that are on these Secret Service and everything, these are snipers and what have you. These are marksmen that can snuff out a candle at 500 yards. They could take the lobe of your ear off and not even flinch. They could put it right between your eyes, wherever they want to put it. And we're led to think that a kid did it from a roof right there in Butler. No, no. This is my opinion. No, that you're right, Sully. Nothing in the U.S. They're all talking about it in Australia on Sky News. Well, in London too, but mainly a lot in Australia, and they're telling it, without coming out and saying, that's right, Carol. Weapons don't walk, and they don't do anything. People do, and it don't matter. There's not a gun out there that can't do the same thing, except for maybe a 38. They can all go the distance that's been shot here lately, whether it's a pistol or a rifle. An expert could do anything with a weapon. This is to instill fear in all of us. It don't matter what caliber, what type, what make, whether it's a K type or an A type. It don't matter. It don't matter. Hey Andy, how you been? Yeah, it's been a long time. I feel like it's been forever. I mean, January, yeah, 9 months now. I've been pretty much off. Glad to be back. I feel good, but sometimes I have a few breathing problems, but it's pretty much doing okay. I'll get breathy, get short of breath. But we got to look at the news on our own. We have to form our own opinions. We had to manage ourselves. We have to manage ourselves to figure out what's going on. And with stuff like this, there's too many holes, too many loopholes, too many this, too many that. There's something going on. They're instilling fear in us, and they want us to be this way. In the meantime, they're setting up, to buy back our guns. Mandatory if she wins. Oh, really, Navi? Yeah, we don't get stuff like that here. They just hush it up. That's what I'm saying. We just don't get the news, and when we do, we don't get the right news. They give it to us what they feel that they want to give us, and this thinks the whole all this guy won't even stay in jail long. You want me to tell you why? Because he can carry in the state of Florida. They didn't say he was over a fence. They just said he was by a fence. He could say he saw a deer. He could say anything. And guess what? He'll walk. This was a flat out warning. Hey Iggy, I don't know where Ricky is. I talked to him. He was going to be here. Maybe I got him. Oh no, that's a friend. I got a message. If anybody wants to pop up here, I think I pinned the. Yeah, I pinned it up there. I pinned the stream there. Jerry, if you want to come up and talk, Navi, anybody? Let me hear your opinions. I want to know. Huh. Yep. Something big is going on, and the shoe hasn't dropped yet. They're working up to something. I am hoping, excuse me, I have a sinus problem, so I apologize. I am hoping that President Trump gets more security than what he's been given, but more than he's been afforded. Because there's people out there who will do anything. They can work anything out with them. The type people they need are out there everywhere. Look at all the crazies come up and say, "Oh, you missed, you missed." No. What you mean, no, Jerry? Yeah, not with a felony. Kind of funny, got a felony, has a weapon, got off. They calling in favors. We got to think about this stuff. We got to look at the big picture. Otherwise, we're going to be like, being dragged by our nose by the media and the government. Whatever they say will go, You can't own them, no. Yeah. Well, it was an automatic weapon. Machine guns. But you know what? Our Constitution says militia, anything a militia has, they go from anything from a handgun to an F-16. Doesn't say deer hunting. It doesn't say what type. This is what we're up against, everybody. It doesn't say what type. It says right to bear arms, militia, whatever a militia has, to protect ourselves. And mainly to protect ourselves from overreaching government. Automatic weapons shouldn't be illegal. No weapons should be illegal. Now, they can put mandates on it if you're a felon, if you're a criminal, you break our law as a citizen, you have that right taken away from you. But if you are a legal citizen, your right is to have it, the right to bear arms, whatever it is. Oh, sorry, Navi. Let's try to keep it on track, though. Sometimes we get off the subject. We have the right to bear arms. What else? What else would happen if they took away our weapons? Well, they'd go into a big metal recycling. Price of metal go down.
Yeah, evening, Kerry. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, we're talking about arms. Oh, well, the British took all arms off us many years ago,
Yeah.
which is absolutely disgusting. It's totally against the English Constitution, which you Americans took part of. You know,
Hmm.
you just slightly sort of edited our English Constitution. You kept your arms bit, which I'm really pleased that you managed to be able to do that. But they're at the moment they're fighting to take all the guns off you, aren't they? It's just exactly the same what happened here with the British taking our English arms off us, you know. And yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And the Australians know that too because they went through the same thing.
Yeah,
They took all their weapons, and it's going to go into salvage. That means there'll be a surplus of metal, which will drive the prices of metal and what have you down. They're
talking about metals. Um, you know what they're doing with your gold and your silver and your platinum and everything like that.
uh-huh.
Do you? What's your interpretation of what your government's doing with these items?
Hard to say. They probably recycle them to themselves. I don't know.
Well, what's actually really happening is our country, anyway, the British have actually sold the gold to China, and they're still pretending that they've got the gold when in fact they've mortgaged it off, if you know what I'm saying. So therefore, when the banks do go tits up, it's gonna hit the fan.
Mm-hmm. Hey, party
And
bones, Zach.
I presume that's what's happening in America as well. Hello, Patins Bonza.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Now I'm just here to listen and kind of try this out, the StreamYard, because I'd like to move over to it and try it
Mm-hmm.
out. You know, I'm, I have, I don't have anything to say because I agree with everything that your guys are talking about. Although, Nobby, I've always been interested in what goes on in those countries where they outlawed guns and they took away your guns.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely against human rights and everything. You know. Now we've got a well, really we've got a state where it's just totally Soviet. It's totally Marxist. It's totally got no
Totally
rights
British.
whatsoever. It's the British Empire that took over our country 317 years ago. That's where all shit started in the fan, I think.
Everybody knows that a Brit is different from an Englishman.
Yeah, we hate the fucking. Sorry, I swore. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
trying not to
terrible.
swear.
Yeah. We got a family here.
I know. The topic can get a bit like stressful, if you know what I'm saying. So you get a bit Tourettesy.
Kind of rusty. I keep forgetting I can do things on here. I'm used to somebody else doing it for me. Yep.
That's a good
All
facility for him. I'm glad you found that out. I was curious what they meant by weapon of mass destruction too.
yeah, yeah. It's ridiculous what they're trying to feed us. I mean, everybody should know that this is baloney, you know. And
Yeah.
then he goes over to Ukraine. He's allowed to go out of the country to Ukraine and carry on this stuff and let bring Afghans into Ukraine to fight. Uh, Something stinks here.
Yeah, wouldn't he have
I mean,
been put on the no-fly list?
everything stinks here. I mean, we wouldn't even have to carry a gun. They'd put us on a no-fly list,
Yeah.
and it don't matter what kind of weapon it is. Like I'm saying, these people can. There's experts out there that could knock a fly off the wall from a distance. You know?
What our goal is here in England is to, you know, the there's two unions, really, isn't there? There's like the monarchy
Right.
union, and there's a sort of political union. Okay, the unions of Crown, for example, I think that was 1603. It's not really there at the moment. But it's needed as part of the protection system via the separation of powers. Yeah, this is the most important thing: is separation of powers.
Mm-hmm.
In England, the power should reside with the monarchy, and like in America, it resides with who? The president, doesn't it? Yeah. Both the systems, ours like, which is to do with the monarchy, and yours to do with the president. It's pretty similar.
Actually, Nobby, ours is a three
tier.
branch tier system, and
you've got the
balances in between them.
You've got the university thing, haven't you? Or the, what do you call that part of the union? What it's got? You explain.
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh well.
Go ahead, Dobby.
Everything is supposed to reside. The power is with the people because although the president is the executive, he's not bound. He's not allowed to do anything like an emperor or a king. He is supposed to be bound by Congress. Congress is the one with the purse. Congress,
the legislative, and
legislative. And then the people obviously are the ones who vote for the legislative. So the power is resting in the people. And then the Supreme Court is the one that checks them both, because you can't make laws that are unconstitutional, and the president can't do whatever he wants.
Judicial rules. And the judicial, which is the third.
Let's catch up with you then, Porten Bonza. I'll mirror that sentence, what you just said, but what we say in England.
What did you say? What did I say?
Paul Bonzo, however you say your name. I will mirror what you just said, but what England does on that sentence you just said. Okay, you ready? Our political union started, remember, early in the 18th century, 1706, 1707, correct? Yeah? Well before America was even a thing. Yeah? Can you hear me, by the way? I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, it's a lag, isn't it? It's a bit confusing. So union is what give rise to what we call the deep state. You know, the deep state. How do you know what I mean? Yeah, the political union assert the us English and Scottish constitutions. Yeah, and the deep states also centralised power to London, our capital city. The only way to reverse the damage to both our nations, England and Scotland, where we're concerned, is to void and not repeal these acts. Yeah, this would, if we did that, instantaneously restore the constitution's voids and all treaties and laws made under all them horrible, evil laws made underneath the British Union. And in fact, a people we reset the people again. That's how it's meant to be, where the British elites are no longer in an administration. Voiding the acts of union would return us to constitutional governments, and then would be governed by the people, locally by people, for the people. You know. I think we're up to scratch. You continue, Pontembozo, and you tell us the American side of the story.
Well, that's where the Supreme Court is supposed to come in, and it's supposed to check those things. And it is. The problem is that the president and his administration is not following along with what the judicial system is. Biden and Harris have been blocked by almost everything they've been doing. Yeah. And that they keep on doing it. They just ignore it. How many times did he move forward with student loan repayment? It's like the third time he's moved forward. He was blocked the previous two times. And he still moves forward with it.
And they won't
ask for it. It's not supposed to work that way. So that's all we're saying.
And they have this fine print that in election matters they have to go to a certain criteria to make it make it to the judicial Supreme Court, and they would not do it. The lower courts refused. The state courts refused. So there was nothing tried in court. There was nothing thrown out of court. I mean,
No.
there was nothing ruled on. It was just pushed out. They never.
Sorry.
There was none of them during the election problems actually heard the cases. Period. And that's what the big thing is. We need our courts from the states all the way up.
Yeah, the jurisdiction, the police, the courts, the hospitals, the schooling systems, for the people, not for the government.
Right. Right. And they found that they found a loophole that the Supreme Court couldn't judge on, and they run with it. And now everybody's saying, "Well, he won fair and square," because the courts threw it out.
Yeah.
The courts couldn't rule on it. And I'm not a lawyer, so I can't tell you what the loophole, what the legislation is or anything. But whatever
You are a lawyer, Kerry. You know the Constitution.
Oh no.
You are a lawyer. Once you know the Constitution, you are a lawyer.
That's basically true. That's right, because anybody can sit on the Supreme Court as long as they know the Constitution.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Anyway,
As long as you're nominated for it.
Do you think I've been serious by saying this phrase? Shall I say it?
I don't know.
I'll say it then. It's all influenced by your King Obama.
Oh, no, don't get me started.
Have I been serious, or am I joking?
We all know about King Obama, but we don't want to get thrown off the platform.
So is it a joke then, Kerry, or is it serious?
It's serious. It's serious. I mean, it might be a joke around the world, but it's serious here.
Yeah.
There's a few people behind the scenes that are running our government, not the ones that are supposed to be in charge. We all know that. But the thing is, what can we do about it? What are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit back and, right now we're listening to everybody throw the blame off on one.
There is a solution. What is the simplest solution to this problem? Parton, Bonza, and Kerry.
There's no simple solution.
Sorry,
there's no simple solution.
There is.
What?
Parton, Bonza, what's your solution?
Well, the short-term solution and the long-term solution is you have to have elections and you have to start from the bottom.
Right. We had to clean house.
Up top. They didn't get there. They weren't just dropped there. They were installed there through a long system and the long battle. So it starts in your small elections and your state elections. We've been trying to do that for the past couple of years.
Thanks.
Trying to spread awareness.
Come here, Trippy. You want to sit here by me? Come on.
I think about it. Sorry, I don't want to put things. I've got a 16-second delay here. Sorry.
I know. You got the delay through StreamYard, then you got the delay through YouTube, then you got the delay through the other side.
Don't you go to the bathroom over there.
Anyway, I'll give you the simple solution. The Constitution is the solution. And the Constitution, when it's abided by and followed, is the solution. And that's the only solution.
Right. We have to start following the solution. The Constitution, line by line.
And Texas got an idea as well. It's becoming individual states, like what Texas is doing. It's Texas. It's like what England's going to do. It's going to be Eng exit stroke ENG stroke exit.
Hang on a second. Y'all keep talking. I'm messaging here.
it's simple to void the Acts of the Union, which return England and Scotland to constitution distributed governance, and it'd be governed by the people locally, by the people, for the people. Unless a referendum takes place to abolish the monarchy, sooner or later, the union of the crown, the monarchy is unaffected by voiding the political union. So if we void the political union, the monarchy can stay, yeah. But the question should not be, shall we abolish it shouldn't be, should we abolish the monarchy? The question should be like, really, has the monarchy already abolished itself by, what's happening with Charles's coronation day, where he stated loud and clearly in his book of, in the oath of being crowned, he actually said, "I, Charles, insincerely." He didn't say, "I, Charles, sincerely." If you look at that, you listen to it over and over again, you see what he lied. He lied at St. Paul's Cathedral, so therefore he didn't become king in the first place.
You know, what we all ought to do is go back and read 1984. And how they would use words and shorten words and change words to get to people's minds to forget things that they've learned, by changing a word like gaslight, cloak.
And also, it has said, and so have many police people in England have said, Parliament is sovereign, which it is not. The people are sovereign. We are sovereign.
I'm
it's
sorry.
It's treason by saying that.
Excuse me, Navi.
Sorry.
I'm talking to a friend here. England matters. Australia matters. The whole world matters. This concerns all of us.
Yeah.
What we do here in the United States ripples the whole world.
It does.
It encompasses the whole world. Politics, our world around concerns everybody.
Yeah. As I'm saying,
they try to copy us, and their people want to copy us.
It all boils around the Constitution.
Yeah.
And we all follow the Constitution. Our country's been a Christian nation for over 1,100 years, 1,000 years, England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The British came along, enslaved all English people. They took all the Cornish people, all Irish people, all the Welsh people, the English people, enslaved them, took them to places like continents around the world, like America and Australia and places, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely disgusting, really,
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely detest the UK British for what they've done. So I can trace my family back to 1270 something or other.
Oh, the monarchy. Okay.
My family's been where I'm living at the moment, within 30 miles where I am at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to get rid of your monarchy, like we want to get rid of our particular presidents. Presidency is what it is. Straighten up the situation. I don't think in these day and times there should be any monarchy, but we're sure trying to make it here.
Especially
we're trying to make it a monarchy here.
Especially the upcoming king Andrew, since Charles isn't king, and then Kate. You know what's happening with Kate, don't you? Middleton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she hasn't been with us for quite a while, has she?
But back to our case here.
Yeah,
we have got to stand together. We've got to open our eyes and not. They're raising a campaign of fear on us.
Yeah,
they want to grab us and hold us, keep us hostage. Lead us around by the nose, not knowing what's going on, with pure conjecture. But we have to take the simple facts, put it out there, question it, You know, not it was a weapon. You know, let's take all the weapons away because they can take all the weapons away. You still have bombs. You still have knives. You still have fertilizer. You still have everything to commit mass terrorism, even without guns.
Oh yeah.
It's like in Britain now, England now. Excuse me. You know, they're using knives. And what's it doing? It's spreading fear all around the world, even without the.
It's the British lot with using knives and that, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? All British imports and that, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
All the ones that the British brought over their empire and all that lot they brought over here to kill us lot, you know, because it's always English, Welsh, Irish, Christian men, ladies, boys and girls that are getting harmed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For example, over the last 8 years, 1,880 English, Irish, Welsh people in police custody have been murdered.
I don't know whether I can bring it up here. Let me see.
British custody, British UK police, that is, not English police, because there isn't such thing. Anyway, Kerry, I've had my rant, I think, and I've said a lot to you. And I think if I go any further, I'm going to go rant even worse.
You do what?
I might go overboard, and we're on YouTube, so it's a bit, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'll see you in chat.
Okay.
Kerry, give us an email. So I've got a few things to, because I've forgotten your email. I've got 3 of yours, and I don't know which one works.
Yeah, I've got to pay my bill for my Kerry's Musings email because I forgot.
Well, email us on whichever email that works. I'll reply to you.
Are you on here, Ricky? Are you online? Go to it. Ricky, are you here?
Catch you both later. Part-time boys.
Thank you, Nobby. I always enjoy it. Always enjoy it. Sorry, I got to type a message here. Ricky's trying to come in. He can't find it. Okay. Exactly, Carol. We're a constitutional republic, and they keep throw around these keywords like democracy everywhere. That's a dirty word. But we're trying to ruin democracy. Yes, we are trying to ruin democracy because we are a constitutional republic, not even close to a democracy. We vote for our representatives to represent us, we the people. They represent us to do what we tell them to do. Well, they've got a long way from that. We got to herd it back to it. And it's going to take everybody, all of us, constantly staying on them to get the stuff done. I mean, we're seeing stuff going on everywhere with us. We're talking, but our legislators are talking too. That's all they're doing is talking. They're not doing their work. They're talking about it, having their little hearings and stuff, but they're going over the same thing over and over that we've already heard. They're not coming up with anything new. They're not doing anything about it. And it's scary. Whether they're listening to us or just trying to get their own fame by carrying their own crusade, I don't know. It's what it's looking. It's looking like they're carrying their own crusade and not doing our will. I am scared personally. I am really worried about what can happen. And then you got Lester Holt is saying he needs to be eliminated. I tried to pull it up, but I couldn't find it. That President Trump needs to be, his exact words were eliminated. What does that do? It brings out all the crazies. And it's going to keep bringing them out. Where they won't have to use mind control or whatever to get people to do things. And believe it or not, they're using it. Everything that has happened is in a normal world would not happen. How many kids, and I'm saying kid, would do like in Butler and have a lot of offshore accounts and know what to do with it? And just right at the age where they might not be legal to do it. I think he was still in his teens, and most of them had to be 21 to 25. So that raises a red flag right there. How did they get there? What were they there for? What was in it? Yes, it is, Iggy. Yes, it is. It's going to be. The next few days, the next month and a half, or less. Yeah, about a month and a half. It's a long time. A lot can happen. I can't understand what Ricky's having problems. I don't know. I sent him the link and I told him to go to the live, but I don't see him. I know he has a lot to say on it too, but so anything I'm wrong on here, Party Bonsai?
Not at all.
I think, this is where we're at. This is what we're headed to. There he is. Wow.
What's up, Kerry?
Hey, Ricky, you finally found it.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. I joined your group on Facebook, and then
Oh, on
put
Facebook?
it. Yeah.
Am I on Facebook?
Well, there was something on there.
I didn't think I clicked Facebook on this one.
I don't know.
So you haven't heard anything, have you?
Huh?
You haven't heard anything?
No.
You don't know what's
I
going
was
on.
sitting out there in StreamYard land somewhere, saying, "Okay, Kerry, here I am."
I know. I keep seeing it come up here. I'm saying, go to the live.
Anyway, I got it worked out. How's it going? Who's this?
This is Party Bonza.
How you doing, Party Bonza?
Hey, good. How are you, Ricky?
I've seen you around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm doing okay. We're just messing around, Kerry, or what?
Well, we've been talking about it. How he all of a sudden knew to be there, or how did he find out how to get there? When to be there? He just didn't show up, and lo and behold, President Trump's there.
Yeah.
They caught him too quick. And like I talked with you about earlier about the people taking the pictures of the tag.
Yeah, this thing's yeah, you're cutting out on me, Kerry. I don't know if it's on my end.
Probably is.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. No, you froze.
Can you see it? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I didn't catch hardly any of that. You were cutting out on me.
Yeah, basically, we went over a lot, really.
Let me try it again, Kerry.
I said, basically, we went over
I
a
don't
lot. Uh-oh.
With me.
You're gonna have to
Yeah, I
get you a
think the
Wi-Fi.
internet up here in the hills. Yeah, I know. Well, I got a Wi-Fi, but I'm not sure about it. Let me get off of here for a second.
All right.
Wait a minute. Is it going to hold now?
It might.
Yeah, it seems more steady now. I don't know what happened. But...
You keep sitting still, so
Okay.
Yep.
Don't move.
So it looks like you're frozen.
This is Wi-Fi. Yeah. This is
Anybody-
Wi-Fi up here in the hills, man. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Anybody that wants to get on the conversation, come on up. Glad to have you. Hey, Terry, there you are. And I think Barbie, you're here, still here. I'll say hello, and Sis, you're here. C4.
Oh, hell. Let me get comments going here. There we are.
But I'm afraid this guy's going to walk.
Hey.
The way it stands now.
Hey, Terry. Everybody's here, huh? C4.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Carol. Charlene.
And now
What's going
now there's a big tug of war between the state government, federal government, who has the jurisdiction, who gets it first. I don't know where that's going to go.
Let me try something here.
That's what I heard.
This is crazy.
DeSantis wants him bad.
What has DeSantis been doing lately, Kerry? I haven't been keeping up much.
What's that?
What is DeSantis doing?
Not much. Not much at all.
Okay,
then
I haven't been out of the loop.
No, we just went through a thing where he wanted to put golf courses and hotels and everything at our state parks. And everybody said, heck no. So they dropped it for now. But they'll be back. You know how these high dollar businesses are. They'll try to work their way in some way or another. But right now, that was the main thing, and everybody, no way. Because even construction of one would run all the wildlife out of every one of the parks for it would destroy the parks. Yeah, Shirley said it. DeSantis is a rhino now, and that's sure. He's showing his true worth right now. Really, with all that, I think that fired everybody. He didn't think people would pay attention, but we did. We do pay attention. If we pay attention and say stuff, things will happen. We've got to keep on them. From our city level all the way up. All of them are the same way. They think, hey, we do the same thing. We got to keep them honest. And we're not doing it. We're sitting back, thinking, well, we were so conditioned to trust the government,
or our neighbor to do it for us.
Right. We got lazy. Oh, they're doing a good job. Let them go. Well, and they put it to a way. They put it to a way where we don't see the bad. All we see is the good.
Yeah.
I've said that about this this digital currency. They got us on the credit cards. They got us on the debit cards. Just show your card. Oh, easy peasy. But they charge the merchants, and the merchants charge us
Let me
for
try
use
this.
of them. And then with the digital, whoops, there he goes. We're gonna have to work on that. I might talk to him and get him to hook up his Wi-Fi and not try to use his cellular. But we got stuck in a circle that we keep, it's going to be a job to get out of it, because we've been conditioned to be patriotic. And if you don't listen to the government or do what the government says, you're not patriotic. So, you back on chat. Okay. How long have I been down here? 7. Well, I'll tell you what, I've said about, all that I should say about the situation right now, but if anything else comes up, I'll talk about it more. But it's just been bugging me since it happened. I've really been boiling inside, thinking about it and thinking how we're being misled, mistreated, treated like suckers. Taxes. Yeah, that's another thing. All we got to do is hold back our taxes. I'm not saying not pay them. Hold all of our money back and pay it at the end of the year. Everybody. The problem is nobody will do it. Oh, we got to pay our taxes in. Take it out of our paycheck. We won't be able to pay it at the end of the year. But if you keep your money, put it in something that brings some kind of interest, you make a little bit. You'll make more than you would with the government, that's for sure. And you probably get a refund too. So, it's a win-win situation if you hold it back, but it's a lose-lose for them because it's not coming in steady. We're cutting it off until one time a year, April 15th. But that would help a lot.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have anything to add because
That's all right.
it seems like you're pretty knowledgeable, so there's not really much that I could contribute. But I just want to jump on and agree with you.
Well, I appreciate it. And you have, excuse me, you have contributed a lot. That's what I do. Yeah. I'm starting to get a little bit breathy now. That's another thing. But I'm going to try to get on regular, keep it going. We got a lot of work to do in the next month and a half. A lot of work. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to get ugly. Honestly, I am really fearful of what could happen. I mean, I am really totally scared. And I think we all should be. It seems like a lot of us are sitting back and saying, somebody will take care of it. Somebody will step up. Somebody will do this. We're beyond that now. It's going to count on each and every one of us, all of us. Talking to people at the grocery store, at the gas station, wherever we are, let them know what's going on. Open their eyes, ask them, you want to vote for a woman just because she's a woman? That's the main reason why that I've heard that people are siding with Kamala.
Hmm.
And she talked about President Trump, his rallies, people leaving. Well, that happens at every event. People leave early. They want to get out before all the traffic starts. It's always a traffic jam, no matter when you leave the event. But most people think, well, if I get out of here a little bit early, I'll beat the rush.
Yeah.
It don't happen that way.
Yeah, it happens everywhere. Go to a Dodger game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Any sporting event, anybody that's been to a sporting event, it don't matter when you leave, you're going to get caught. So you might as well sit and enjoy it. But a lot of people do leave. And I would say probably as much as a third. But how many goes to hers? They have to be captive audiences with a concert or something for them to even to be there. When you see there's not a concert that she's at or something, there's nobody there. But they want us to believe that she can win, that it's even, it's tight. We've got to open a lot of eyes, let them know, hey, what's she done in 3.5 years? Well, she told CNN. What did she tell CNN? She told them, well, we've had to straighten up our economy. Well, guess what? You failed, lady. Our economy sucks. Our economy sucks. And we've got to open people's eyes up. She's done it. Well, we had to fix the economy. Well, it's just like Trump told her, you can go right now. You can go and make it mandatory, and do it right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But people don't understand how it works. They think that she's going to come in and reverse what she said. Everything she said basically is what she's saying, which she won't. It's going to be the same old thing. There'll be somebody else there, with the puppet strings telling her what to do. And that goes for all. Many president is actually a puppet head. There's people that tell them what to do. It's just how strong are they to resist if it's a bad idea. And I think Trump's the type that he won't take any garbage, There's going to be some things that they convince him on,
Sure.
I mean, he blew it big time with the COVID. He believed Fauci. And who wouldn't have? We all kind of wanted some kind of answer to it. But we got the wrong.
He made mistakes, but that was based on the information that we had at the time.
Right. We all had the same information, and we all thought, hey, maybe they're right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're right. But it didn't turn out that way. It didn't turn out that way. We need to, instead of keep on going and doing the same thing over and over, we need to learn by these examples. Keep it. But we forget. A lot of people, forgot about 9/11. They forgot about Afghanistan. They forgot about that mess that's coming out of Afghanistan. They just put it in the back of their head and keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to stop that. We've got to let everybody know that, this is where we're going. This is where we're heading. It's up at the top, but I'll put it. Let me see if I got it here. I'm not going to be on here too long because I'm getting.
Well, if I may, I'll tell you what I'm planning on doing in this next couple of weeks. It comes to our circles of friends, which I believe your circles that you're able to influence, because your vote and my vote individually, it's insignificant, right? But what I've been telling people is that, yeah, your vote's insignificant. It doesn't count. But all those people who you talk to and influence, if you influence just one person or two people or three people, that's where you can exercise spreading the information and spreading truth. So what where it amounts to me is that I have another Bible study group with people that I know in California, and they're pretty influential people and professionals. And I don't say much, just like I don't say much here, but when we finally start having meetings again, I'm going to tell my story as to what I've been doing all year and the things that I've been doing and how this economy is basically, wrecked my life and my family's life, financial life, okay, not a spiritual life, but it affects how it affects us and because that's what Bible study is about. It's not just
Yeah.
it's not just about the Bible. It's about how your life can be affected and how you can help with the others, because it's fellowship, right? And
Right.
so I'm going to, just spend a couple of minutes. I'm going to say, okay, let me tell you a couple of minutes about what's going on in my life and what's going on here, because I'm part of the 90% and you guys are mostly up in that 10%. But here, I'm telling you guys right now, it will affect you too, if it isn't already.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm planning. What's going on in my life? I don't have a lot going on, but that's one of the things that's going on, because that Bible study is going to ramp up in September, and that's my 2 cents in what I'm doing.
I'm glad you reminded me, and Lord forgive me. That's one thing I always say. God has to come first.
Amen.
We've taken God out of our schools. Our kids went rotten. Took him out of our government. Our government's gone rotten. We got to put him back in first. That's what our Constitution says. That's what the Bible tells us. God has to be first. Whether you're a Christian or not, we got to keep on praying. But we have to be serious with God, with the Lord, in our belief, or He's not going to hear us.
It's not just that though. It's also like it says in the Bible, like the virgins that had to fill their oil. They would go
Right.
into town, you would buy extra oil. Just
Mhm.
in my way, I believe it's the Bible telling you got to prep a bit. Make sure that you got stuff backed up, so if in case anything happens, you have your oil.
Yeah.
And it says
Yeah.
that there were the lazy ones who didn't go and fill the oil, and then they were left without it.
Well, the oil is your life. The oil is your being a person. Showing lighting to others. The fuel to others to learn.
That is true as well.
And that's
But it also does have a bit of a prepper's meeting too.
yeah, it encompasses everything. Our living, breathing, talking. It's everything. And
Yep.
What did I do?
We just got to make sure we're prepped and prepared, and we're prepared to help other people too, and prepared to spread the gospel
Exactly.
any chance we get.
We have to let our lives shine as Christians,
Amen.
and we can't just wear it on our sleeves. We have to show it all out. That we love people, that we care for people, that we pray for them, and not just like well, I messed up tonight. I should have started out with God, but I did. I was in the moment.
Right.
But I pray for even the bad guys.
Pray that God will freak out. And God is. There's people out there. You can even search on YouTube. There's more and more Muslims that have become Christians. Like I prayed to Muhammad and I heard nothing, but I prayed to Jesus and I got my answer.
But everybody. That's one thing we were set up. We were set up as a Christian Judeo society, but we allowed all religions. Don't matter what it is, all religions to be free from interference. Well, they're interfering. They're letting go, most of them, except for Christianity. We are.
Yep.
And we got to get back to where, Christianity is number one again. And
I
we
would
got
very much like all these things to happen now, but my whole theory on the whole matter. I believe that we are living at the end, the beginning of the beginning of the end. We're going to see, I believe we're going to see more corruption. And even just given these past week and a half, I was just talking about it. I said, we're going to start getting more of these things. More craziness is going to happen. And what happens? We get more craziness, more shootings, more school
well,
shootings, more crazy people that try to go after Trump again.
and as I said at the beginning, this is all by design. This isn't just something that just happening. These are all pretty much verifiable. They were set up. Every
Yeah.
one of them. You
I
can
mean,
see
it's still craziness, though. I mean, it's just still
it,
crazy. Someone
and
would
it's
even
not.
do that.
If you have a person that's not quite right, there's a lot of things you can do to convince them to do things that they wouldn't normally do. You could take a down, bullied, unprivileged kid and tell him over and over long enough that he could do something. He's going to do it.
It's true. Sad.
And they all end up dead usually. This guy. This guy. He must have thought. You know, he must have thought he was in pretty good. Had a pretty good chance. Giving up peacefully and everything. Yeah, if anybody wants to put I have been on in a while, so anybody wants to put their links up there, put your links up there. Let everybody know where you are, or if Carol knows them or Shirlene knows them. If not, ask them to put them up there for you. But that's one thing. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Good to have you here.
Oh, Cindy's here. Hey, Cindy.
Yeah, I love her show. When you going to come back on?
Right? Seriously. Like every time, like almost every night when I could, after Jerry's done, I'm usually over there hanging out with Cindy.
Yep.
And you too, Kerry. I'm always seeing Kerry over there, sipping on his beer, chilling in the corner.
Yeah. Hey, Cody, how you doing? Good to have you here. I saw that, Navi. Yeah, everybody go to Navi's page too. He does a lot of videos. They're pretty interesting. He likes a lot of women, but who does? Who doesn't? If I quit looking, I'll be dead. That's what I always said. If I quit looking, I'm dead. And I don't look lustfully. I think of it as art. People, they're beautiful people. That's one thing we've got away from. You look at people as an object and not art. There's most of us
Well,
have.
if you're single, you're gonna look at a woman with wanting eyes. If you're single, if you don't have a wife, that's just kind of the thing.
I guess I just got old. I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Terry. You got to watch for the lust.
Exactly. Well, and even in the Bible it says there's nothing wrong with lust as long as
there's nothing wrong with lust if they're married.
Exactly. It has to walk hand in hand with love. You lust for the one that you love, and you love the one you love.
Uh-huh. And one thing I got away from my Christian page, and I talk about living for Christ without the church, because our churches have all gone to the devil.
Oh yeah, there's so many of them now. Then you have the fake ones that just money.
And the Bible doesn't tell us to go to church. It doesn't tell us to go to church. I'm sorry,
It says go into the small dwelling places. Basically, your small churches.
Well, that was to give worship to God through the sacrifice. But when Jesus died, it did away with the temple. It doesn't say to go to church. It says where two or three are gathered together, and it doesn't say anything about, it tells you need your Christian friends and relationship, but it doesn't tell you to go to church to get it.
Exactly. Well, it does speak of
It
the
doesn't,
church like you're supposed to go there to grow your faith. It's supposed to be there to fellowship, grow your faith. But it
right?
doesn't mean your salvation. If you're not
No,
someone that goes
but
to church, you're not. Something doesn't mean you're going to hell. It just
and we can do
is
that
good
here.
because that's
We,
well. If you think about it, though, just like how we were praying for Jerry, and then she got to go and meet Trump face to face. That was huge. That was seeing God work, like firsthand.
yeah. Every time you talk about God, about Jesus, about the Bible, you're actually showing your faith. Uh,
Amen.
and it says when two or three are gathered together, there I'll be also. That means but it doesn't say once that you have to go to a church.
It's true. Yeah, it's not. It's going to be. But
Christ never went to a church. Never.
no, well, his
He went to
his churches formed after it was
yeah,
his disciples that wrote to the churches,
and you're right. They started their own churches uh,
and some of them slipped.
to have
Some of them did pretty well.
a place to tell the word and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But they're slipping.
Just like,
that.
well,
The
it's
church-
also because the devil's been working in things. Just like how there's so many people that follow the Roman Catholic Church that is not of God, not whatsoever.
You're saying
Mary and the saints.
you're saying it for me. You're saying it for me. The devil works. The devil don't care about the world. The devil don't care about the bars and the strip clubs and all that. He's worried about the church.
He makes people think. He makes people think he does.
He's going to work the hardest in these churches against Christian people.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try to, sway us one way or another to, not believe or believe in the wrong thing.
So we got to put on the whole armor of God. Because
Right.
if you're wearing the whole armor of God, then you can't be swayed. You won't be swayed. You'll be able to discern through anything.
You know your scripture. You know the way you're supposed to live and put on the full armor of God and believe like John 3:16. And, every one of us can't be saints.
It's true.
We cannot all be saints. It's just
Even
like
the
life.
saints didn't start out as saints.
It's just like life. There people can talk like, they can sing, and people can sing like they're, angels. And other people can't do nothing, It takes all kinds takes all kinds. All of us can't achieve that high holiness.
Yeah, we can't. Only God can. It's only through Jesus. It's through His sacrifice that we're saved. Eternal salvation is a free gift. It is given freely. All you have to do is believe. You believe that Jesus died on the cross and rose again. And you believe that you're waiting.
All the faiths now are straying away from biblical.
Yeah, it's all about self. It's about focus on yourself.
It's all about the fellowship, bringing people in with, with the transsexuals and what have you. It's all about bringing people in for the congregation, build the numbers. I don't know, some of these mega church ministers don't even say the word Jesus.
Yeah, most of them don't. There's a lot of them that don't, because that's like a major no-no that's going on right now. And only some churches are still saying Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Well, they say Yahshua and Yahshua, and it don't matter what you call the Lord, as long as you call Him.
Yes,
in my opinion,
God, and yet the Son Jesus, which is God in the flesh.
That's right. And but we got to get back to that. We've got to get back to that state where we believe more than we act.
Right.
Our faith needs to shine, and people will pick it up. You don't even have to. You don't really have to say anything. People know you're different. It's just I'm gonna use Navi. Saying the F bomb. Oops, I'm sorry. He knew. That I don't use it. I don't even use it. I don't even use. I shouldn't have said that initial, but I don't use the initials. For Biden and stuff. It's just something that just I can't
Right.
do. It's my belief. I
Yeah,
can't
and
do.
that's there's certain things like when I listen to a lot of these liberals on air and stuff spewing all their lies. Like Jerry's just telling me, she's always telling me, you'll tough it out. But I'm like, we all feel that pain. It's like that is because
Right.
you are a Christian. You're someone who knows the truth. And when you are hearing BS lies being strung to you, it's like it is literally nails on a chalk.
And I don't like to talk about. I don't like to talk about other people. If I do, I'll what I say, I'll back up. I
Right,
will.
right. No.
I
I
will
mean,
tell
like
them.
the liberal people on TV and stuff. That is absolute nails on a chalkboard. I was talking to with Jerry last night. Freaking, oh my God, when the liberals are just because it's all they're doing is spewing lies to us. It is good to get the tactical information. It's it's still freaking nails on a chalkboard. It's because it's the discernment of truth. All of us
Mhm.
Christians, you
And
you know when someone's especially on air on TV and stuff. You know when they're lying to
I love everybody. I'm not just saying that. I just that's my philosophy. Love. That's what you know. Love
you.
of
Oh, amen.
God. You love yourself. You love God. You love everybody. And I pray for everybody. And try to hold them up. No matter how bad.
Oh,
If
amen.
they're trying to do good, I will hold them up. If they're doing bad, then I'll just let them go to their wayside. Uh, I won't mess with them usually. I've been needled on this. Somebody says something about me, I just let it run off my back. It don't bother me because I know that someday, you know, all it'll come together.
Right.
We'll
Well,
get our reward.
it's from what the Bible says, it's not going to. We'll come together as us as people, all the Christians and stuff. But I
Yeah,
mean, it's a sad and plain fact that when those liberals on TV, from Kamala Harris to Biden, all of them, the news media, to all of them, when they're spewing that stuff, there is people that are sitting there and they're getting spoon feed, they're loving it, and sadly,
yeah.
that number feels like it's growing.
Oh no, sorry, Cindy. Say prayers for you. A lot of us are. I don't know. I was talking to my friend here earlier. Since the 2000s, a lot of us have gone through a lot of stuff, especially me. I mean, I was always healthy, never had a problem or nothing. Then all of a sudden, boom, it hit me like a lightning. And everybody I know, has some kind of illness or something's happening to them that you wouldn't think would it would happen. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
We're falling down more. We're I don't know. Is it a clumsy state or the war? The stuff in the air that they're putting over top of us. Is it making us do like we wouldn't normally be?
I believe there's some truth in that. I don't know the exacts, but I say that's why we pray. We pray to God that He protects us from this, because it is. They can dump anything they want on you. Now, there's some people that take it a little too far, preaching snakes and stuff. But
Someone,
there are examples, and I've had many examples happen to me. It's just a thing that happens. You're next to something incredibly dangerous. You didn't even know. You were like right next to death, chilling right there. All you had to do was reach out and touch you, and you were gone. But it was the Lord that was protecting you, even from simple damage and pain. Many times I freaking when I used to smoke and go out in the garage, and it's happened a couple times. There'd be a freaking scorpion right next to my foot. Somehow it got in my garage. No clue how it did, but it did. Chill next to my foot. Literally, all it has to do is strike. It doesn't even have to move. Just needs to strike. Nothing. So
hey,
mine.
sorry about the dog barking. Oh,
Oh, it's
Trippy, we're here with the other dog and the cat, and he likes to bark at them and play, and they won't pay attention to him. Trippy's growing like a weed. If anybody wants to know, he's ornery, sassy, but he don't like to come. He don't like to come back here with me. I don't know.
How old now?
He's probably about 6 months now, I'd say.
Oh, okay, still a pup then. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a puppy. Yep, and ornery. He's spoiled. My girls have got him spoiled rotten. I say the only thing he wants me for is when I'm eating. Has a Scottish accent? Yeah, he does. He's got a squeak. He's got a squeak. He's got a squeal. He's got a screech. He's got a medium bark. He's got a low bark. And yeah, he uses them all. Spoiled rotten. You can look on my page and see pictures of him. He's a mess. He's smart. He knows how to play you. February? Yeah, Carol has one too. If you want to look at him, go to Joe Nagy's page, and you can get them for really reasonable. And they aren't regular dogs. They are class. Oh, they're not papered, but they might as well be. They were for sale in the high dollar market.
Yeah, I got to figure out what dog I'm going to go for. I'm something to protect the inside of the property. I know I have to get an outdoor cat. Everyone told me it is best. They keep the squirrels and the chickens away. And the mice.
Hang on a second, Nobby. You had to ask me. Now I forgot. I'm getting old. Somebody asked me something, I forget it right then. Carol, no, what kind of dog is he, Carol? He's a Cavachon. See there, I asked somebody else and I remembered. He's a Cavachon. Hey, Ridgeline, how you doing? Good to have you here. I'm getting into the corners time here, so I'll try to wrap it up. But as long as we talk, we keep talking. They have the roll call about 8:30, so. Yep, Cavachon. Nice dog, I tell you. Friendly, boy, oh boy. If I could just get him to quit barking so much, he'd be perfect. You had the Bichon, yeah. That's more like a Scotty dog.
And I don't think I've actually met. Who is Partelli, right? Is that how you pronounce that?
Go ahead.
How do you pronounce your name?
How you doing? Yeah.
Party Bonza.
Party Bonza. Okay. I haven't met you before, so it's nice to meet you.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, you too.
He's been around quite a while. He got started a little bit with Oreo, but he doesn't live stream as much as he used to. Wish he would.
Right? We always need good people. The more the merrier, especially nowadays.
Yep. Hang on a second. Y'all talk. I'm gonna mute this for a second. I gotta take this call.
So yeah, it's getting crazier and crazier out in this world. Even in some places that I would like to freaking call good places, they're not. Here is one of the few places that it's, there's just good people, good ideas, good thoughts.
Well, what's your take on what had the news that we've been finding out today about what Kerry was mentioning about this person being so mobile, right? Wherever he came from, what state he was able to move into Florida, move in at almost no notice. and have weapons at his for his use. I mean, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I'm going to go back to the first shooting because I believe it's heavily connected to that. When you had the pictures of the BlackRock CEO with the shooter and all the evidence that's just been coming up from that, and you're finding out more and more of it. It was definitely a planned thing. And the same thing with this. How would the guy know? How would just some random freaking Joe Blow know exactly where Trump was, exactly what he was doing, exactly where to go, and exactly what to hit, to even get freaking hands off? You got to be someone that's informed. And everything that I'm seeing is it's another fact that I heard from another channel is you notice every time there's some type of a shooting, school shooting or whatever, you hear the liberals they're always jumping right to the front. Oh, we need gun control, blah 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 blah. Both times since Trump has been shot, have you heard any liberal talk about gun control? More than likely not. I haven't heard anything. If anyone has, please speak up in the comments. But
Okay, I'm back. But carry on.
yes, yeah, I think it's all this. It's definitely like how Kerry was saying. It's a planned thing. There's a lot of planned stuff going on, but in how I'm seeing everything going on, I think it's also part biblical. It's the beginning of the beginning.
It's biblical. It's right on the mark. Biblical. It's going to happen.
Well, it's
And,
also mentioned, like it says, because of all the constant crime, people's hearts will grow cold. Well, that's what we're currently seeing right now, because all the evil and all the corruption, all the stuff going on, and it continues going on, and it's increasing at speed. It's starting. The events are happening quicker and quicker together.
and we have
remember used to
we
be.
have
Sorry, go ahead, Gary.
we have to question everything that we read, hear, and use common sense. Look at it. Be a detective. We got to be our own detectives now. That's just the way it is. We have to take our dues and make it how we feel. What we think's going on. Try to see it through, the way it is. Because they're not going to give us the true facts.
No.
The way they're doing it, they're giving us bit pieces and trying to drive us there all the way around Riley's barn to get to a certain conclusion.
That's why you have to look everywhere.
He's
crazy. He's here, and then there's some things that you don't notice. Like how I heard, there's a fact that the liberals have not talked about any gun control stuff, any Trump shit, but any other shooting is because there's something going on with them. They're not going to complain about their own planned stuff.
I wish Jerry would come up here, but she said no. our local celebrity.
I'm going to drop off, Kerry.
Okay, it was good talking to you. I'm not going to be on here long because I don't want to interfere too much with the corner. And everything's important now. Everything.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's
all good to meet you, Terry. And then be wise, everyone. See you soon.
If you're around about 9 o'clock, go to Jerry's page. It's Jerry with the green heart. We do that every night, and she's got a great family going.
Will do.
Great family going there. Everybody, Terry's part of it, and Ricky, and about everybody here is on there.
Sounds good.
Jerry said she's in
chat.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Yeah, Jerry says she's no celebrity, but I'm like, just because she says that, now she is a celebrity. That's how a celebrity should act.
We are family.
All my brothers and sisters and me.
There you go. Ricky, Jerry. Yep. There you go. Thank you, Carol.
Yeah, there's certain stuff that we all got to be going
Yeah,
through too.
all of you that's got a web page, you can put what it is, and we can find it. You know, the title of it. Usually, we can find it. Get it up there. We got to get Ricky set up where he can get on and stay on.
Right.
If he has Wi-Fi, he needs to connect up to it.
Amen to that.
If he's just dependent on a cell signal, might not cut it. Especially, you know, it's not cut.
Yeah, out there.
Yeah, way up there. You know, and it's not really the signal. It's not really the regular signal. It's the upload signal. And cell phones don't have a good, you know, normal upload signal.
Right, but if you connect to Wi-Fi, it'll fix that.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
it's got a better upload usually.
That would be nice. We do got to have like a prepping night. We can go over stuff because I want to go over the chest rigs with everybody. Because I believe everyone should have a chest rig and at least a small backpack at the very least.
Did you see what Shirlene put there, Terry?
Let me do that.
How you doing there, Stormbringer? Good to have you here. This is my first time back since,
Yeah.
except for little bitty pieces here and there since January. So hopefully you all enjoy it, get something out of it, share it, pass it along, you know, get it out there. Let people know we're being me and Ricky and whoever could join us. We're gonna have a coffee time thing. I'm gonna tell you the title of it, coffee time, but it'll be on my Kerry's musings. Don't know for sure what time it'll be, but you know, it'll be real early but coffee time's anytime.
Right.
So you know, whenever. I did have a schedule at noon Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was on, you know, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like I said, I haven't been on it, and I don't know whether I'd be able to do. Well, I probably can. It gets me a bit.
That is always good.
I appreciate Jerry letting me come on there and, you know, strengthening my voice and everything. She's been a big help. She's a blessing.
Right. Amen to Jerry. She gives us a voice too.
Yeah, she is. She's awesome.
Right?
I don't care what anybody says about her. She is awesome.
She is awesome. I love Jerry. I'm almost gonna start calling her freaking Auntie Jerry.
And we're in
Like-
here. We're supposed to be in this as one force, one you know, one force, one goal: correct this government, get our constitution back. Nothing else. You know, everything else is, you know.
and get God back into everything too. But we should just like I always say, you should hope for the best, but we should also prep for the worst too.
You're breaking
That's
up.
happening. Just like I always say, you should hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
That's right.
And we definitely need a time of that. You know, there's
That's
a
right.
bunch of stuff I want to go over with them, like chest rigs.
Hope for the best. And be prepared for the worst.
Exactly.
Yep, we gotta be prepared. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Been a pleasure. Read your comment above. Ooh, where is it? I think I did about Terry. Whoa.
I'm just a minute. I got to catch up with chat. I've been way behind on the comments.
Did you read that comment, Terry?
They want me to do a prepping thing. I would be completely down with that. As just Jerry would just have to give me a time when she's free up and she can put me on.
You can,
Hopefully you and Ricky as well. I like having people to bounce ideas off with, and anyone
we
else.
can do it. We can do it here. We can do it on Jerry's. You know, it don't matter either way. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not here for. I'm not here for subs, money, glory. I'm here to get the truth out. That's
Same.
all. That's all I want. You know. Now, if the other comes, I appreciate it. You know.
Right.
You know. I could use some money, but
That's what's known as the icing on the cake. You know, but everything
yeah.
else is just
But
it's
but
just sharing.
I'm here to tell the truth, my opinion, what I think, and everybody else is. You know, they're welcome to opine. You know. That's right. That's right, Ricky. We're the people.
Yep.
We the people be the people. That's right. We got it. We got it. We're gonna have to fight for it. It's gonna be a battle, you know. It don't have to get bloody, but it's gonna be a battle.
Yeah, I want
And
to get people like Stormbringer up here as well, because he's been
yeah,
shooting the
yeah,
shit
he's
with
good too.
him. Yeah, another
Yep,
good prepper right there.
yep. That's true. Yeah. There's a lot that's in our group, but we need to pull everybody together, you know, say, hey, you know, leave your differences, leave your petty arguing behind, you know, leave it behind. We don't
We have
need it.
bigger fish to fry. Yeah, we have bigger fish to fry right now, people.
That's
We
right.
have to get ready. Everyone needs to start prepping. If you haven't started prepping, you need to get on that now. You got 60 days.
That's right.
I can't. I'm not going to say what's going to happen because I don't know what's going to happen.
None of us
With how
know.
everything's been going, if it continuously gets worse, then it's just going to be the smart idea just to be ready.
Yep. That's true. But we can't let fear persuade us, you know. We
Yep.
gotta quit we've got to quit being afraid and get her done.
Amen to that.
We have to totally get it done. And there's nobody gonna do it but us. If we don't stick together, we're not gonna get it done.
Yep.
So let all the other petty bullcrap blow in the wind, run off your back, you know, like water on a duck's back, and get her done.
We got to move forward.
Talk to all of our friends, neighbors, like I said, everybody, you know, what we're about. Ask them, why do you want Kamala? Why do you want higher prices? Why do you want to keep somebody there that hasn't fixed it in almost 4 years now? That's an interesting meme I put on Facebook, you know, the truck with a flat tire been run off, you know, you gonna wait 3.5 years to fix that tire? I don't think so, you know. I don't think so. But we gotta fix it, we gotta get her done. And nobody's, you know, we need everybody's help. Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good night, y'all. I'll see you in a little while. I'm gonna lay down and rest. Yeah. Oh boy. Rest my
Hope you rest
chest.
well.
I'm starting to hurt a little bit. But love you guys. Always have, always will. Yeah, I had to pop in a couple of videos. I'm not going to say hi, so to everybody I say hello. Because it's like, yeah, I can't hear nothing because I'm too busy typing.
Right. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to keep up the chat too.
Yeah, yeah, and you miss a lot. So I usually just bounce around, you know, bounce around.
Right. Sterling's got a really good point right there. If things do go down, you got to have some food stashed, especially if you're someone that lives within the cities. If you're within a city, you need to have a
Yeah.
fallback point set up.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, don't let nobody know where it is.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody.
You have to have or if it's a group thing, then only your group knows where it
Right.
Because that's another thing is everyone needs to have some people. No one can lone wolf this. I mean, unless you are
No.
an absolute
No.
freaking juggernaut. But you have to be a Delta team member for something like that. Even those guys will tell you you ain't lone wolfing forever. You got to
Right.
have a group. You got to have some type of logistics support.
Yeah. You don't trust everybody 100%, but you got to trust somebody.
Yep.
Gotta have
And
one.
after the whole vid, after that happened, everyone saw very quickly how fast a supply can run out.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it was man, they did that purposely, it should have been a wake up call to everyone that things can just disappear.
Yep. We've had enough. We've had a lot of warnings.
Yep.
It's just we haven't. A lot of people just look. They don't see past the front of their nose.
Yep.
They don't. They might look until tomorrow, but they don't look into the future. They don't look ahead. What does this mean? What can this mean? What will this do? And we've got to get out of that. We've got to look ahead, way ahead. Look at the big picture, not just this one incident. Look at all the past incidents just together, and look at the future and say, what do we have to do? To get ready for it. Try to steer it off. But these are, I say, yesterday was a warning. Wasn't meant to hurt anybody. It was a warning. And I hope we all got the message.
We need to be extra vigilant.
That's right.
We need to pray more.
We've all got to look out.
Yep.
And look out for each other. And I got the warning. Okay, good night for me here. I'll see you all later. And everybody have a good evening. Love you guys. Y'all come back now here.
I'm going to stay with chat for a minute.